Hello everyone, welcome to my video blog. Today we are going to talk about some special issues related with education. The topic of today is assessment options. The first question that I have to answer is, are you assessment literature? In my case, I could say that is possible. I take into account three principles: diagnostics, summative, and formative. Those are very important when you are going to take into account this assessment. The goal of assessment has to be above all to support the true improvement of learning and teaching, according to Friedlands and Collins. And we have to focus on the classroom-based assessment. The idea is not to have a large scale and administer standards testing. The idea is to center our testing in our students. It is certainly true that the kinds of assessment that we have to make is to understand that the teachers need to access their students effectively. Uh, in my case, as educator, sometimes I know that I don't know all the principles that make a very qualitative assessment practiced. But the idea is to improve that day per day. Uh, Something that it is related with that question and with the problem that we have here in Colombia is, what are the most pressing concerns about the assessment in our context? I could say that diagnostic assessment is one of the most difficult parts. Why? Because teachers tend to take into account no individuals, they take groups for make an evaluation. They don't plan for everyone in the class. They normally take grades as a group. This is one of the problems, and they don't take into account the learners' conceptions. And of course, the other problem that we have here is this, that students tend to take into account that as a summative assessment, the students have learned the conclusion for them is that it is only summative and it is not to help them to improve. And we normally wait until the end of the teaching of the period or term to find out how well the students have learned. In that case, is something that is too late. One last question: how could I improve my quality as educator, taking into account those aspects? First of all, I need some skills. First of all, is how to define the clear learning goals, in which the basis of development or choosing the ways to assess my students and learning. Secondly, how to make use a variety of assessment and methods to gather evidence of a student's learning. How to analyze achievement data. This is very important and very clever here. How to improve appropriate feedback to the students. How to make appropriate instructional modifications to help the students to improve. How to involve students in the assessment process. And the most important, how to engineer an effective classroom assessment environment that boosts students' motivation to learn. Those are principles given by the University of North Carolina in 2004. The assessment is to learn, to guide the student. It's an opportunity to learn, not to measure them. Assessment literature teachers have to understand how to use the assessment as a teaching tool to promote learning. There are 5 key assessment principles: validity, reliability, practicality, authenticity, and watchback. Validity. Does the assessment measure what we really want to measure? Reliability. Is all work being consistently marked to the same standard? Practicality. Is the procedure relatively easy to administer? Watchback. Does the assessment have positive effects on learning and teaching? And finally, authenticity. Are the students asked to perform real-world tasks? Those are words of Brown, 2004. As a teacher, I know that I have to improve my skills in improving my assessment literature and becoming more competent, taking into account time, effort, and energy. That's all for today. my friends. See you in the next occasion with other issues related with education. Bye bye.